I'm doing really good. How are you doing today? We had a staff party getting into the holidays. 2 days this week, 2 days next week. Hopefully you're doing well. And thank you for popping on, so I'll go ahead and talk to you in a moment. So typically this is the route that I take to driver's education. I'm administering the test tonight. So I do a POV heavy driving, and this is like in a metropolitan area. As you can tell, people don't stop at stop signs. So I'm gonna pause for a second, look left and right. Jay, because I'm off next week, I'll be able to have some time to put together a plan, put together a proposal, and then I want to submit this to several agencies. And I think I'm preparing for 2025. I don't think anything is going to happen at the end of this year because it's just so close. But I'm preparing for 2025. It could be spring of 2025. It could be the summer of 2025. But I do have an LLC, so that part is covered. And I have a EN number, so I have all those things. And driving is a necessary skill. All of you who take the time to look at this know that. And I've taught groups of people. It was a group of 18-year-olds who normally, a lot of people in the city, we know drive without a license, and that's illegal. But they simply can't afford the classes because it's $450 to $500. I understand that. So I was asked to teach about 150 18-year-olds. I taught the class part, went through all the information. They took the test. Even though they're 18, they still went through the knowledge test. And then they learned how to drive. Good. I can't wait to learn how to drive, and definitely need to, because I'm tired of asking people. I know how you feel. Keep putting those comments in. Me learned to drive about 16, worked at a bus terminal, and my path was kind of going toward maybe, automotive. Then I had 5 scholarship offers, so the schools that recruited me didn't have a really good automotive program at that time. So I ended up getting a bachelor's of applied science, a minor in marketing, a major in communications, interpersonal communication. So you can tell I love to talk, and I'm a social butterfly, right? So I'm just squeezing this break and coming out real easy. Then after I tried it for the NFL, I went back to school to start coaching summer ball, and I, heaven forbid, before I got married, I learned what it takes to get a Division I scholarship. This was prior to my son being born. And but I did not want to coach on a collegiate level. I had coached high school for like 15 years. Very rewarding. Had multiple state champions, girls, basketball, track, football. And then usually every 2 or 3 years, you're going to have 1 or 2 athletes who are good enough to play Division I sports. So that was very helpful when my son was born. You never know. They have to want to put the work in. But for driver's education, from the metro area, we learned how to drive through, it was an actual class. You either take it in the morning or after school. We took ours in the morning, I believe. So we were in class for about an hour learning the rules of the road, and then actually behind the school there was a mini driver's ed course, like 1 traffic light. We had like 5 cars and dual brakes. You would ride around for 20 minutes with your friend, and then you switch. But a lot of public schools have dropped driver's education because it's so expensive. Like this truck, I want to keep going. I don't want to hang around these blind spots, so I'm just going to keep it moving. Okay. You hear that, right? So, the last time I actually taught driver's education in the public school, I want to say maybe 2010 or 7. Don't hold me to that. It's 2024, so that's 14 years ago. So, and this is a really small district. If this is bringing you value, give it a thumbs up. So I was lucky enough to be at the right place at the right time, and this one driver's ed teacher said, hey, I got about 25 kids. You want them? Want to finish? I'm like, bro, yes, I need the money, right? I need that money. So I was able to use their car. He gave me the code to where they fill up the cars and the trucks for the district. So I was able to fill up freely. I'm not saying the district. And, I made a couple $1,000s. I can go on tonight, Jay. The building I'm in, you can't get a signal. The Wi-Fi is not good. I can talk to you now a moment. And it's nice that you can interact with the driving portion, and I'll kind of narrate a little bit. Jay, if you were driving with me, I would have you in this lane. I'm going about 40. Now, I could be in the middle. I'll be going about 45. To the left, I'll be going about 55 or 60. So I would get you in this lane, and we're just cruising about 40, chilling, not really hard on the gas, sticking it smooth here. I got greens and some macaroni and cheese and cornbread. Got a plate packed, so I don't want it to spill, but you got to drive smoothly. But there are a lot of opportunities in the metro area. There are a few older, they probably have asbestos in them, but there are a few driver's education setups. It's a small rectangular shaped building, got a classroom, 30 seats, desk, and then out back there is a driver's education range. A couple traffic lights, you go around a figure 8. But I don't know how much the city would want for that, and that might cost too much for me. And then, we talked. So what I want to do is that LLC I've had for 3 years, and one of my students whose mother was an accountant, she's like, sure, I'll help you. And I've had this LLC for almost, I think I got it right after COVID. Not COVID, but I got the LLC. She helped me. She put it together for me, paid for the first year, and then it was up to me. So every February, I got to pay my fees to keep the LLC open. And I knew I wanted to do driver's ed and help people, but I didn't know in what capacity. So, and then there's another YouTuber. I want to say her name is Kissy Parks. If I say her name wrong, please forgive me. Miss Parks, if you hear me, reach out. But she shows you how to get government contracts. So I used to be a probation officer prior to this. So there are a lot of programs where adults or teens or people who want to get driver's ed, they don't know where to go. So because I've been working for the state, third party, and I had a choice to be a road tester, but I would have to give up my driver's ed endorsement for level 1. I'm not doing that because I'll be very limited just doing road tests. I love the interaction with the students, with the adults, and hearing their journey, hearing the stories. So, that's where you came in at. And like I said, about 2 years ago, year and a half, I have that, because the other school I was at, they said, hey, all teachers have a Google number. How do you get that? I got it. So I got to get that Google number going again, and then you'll be able to reach out. But my goal is to bring driver's ed to people who need it. Ideally, I want to get a Tesla. You probably say, why a Tesla? What am I doing for Thanksgiving? I'm going to rest. What am I going to do? My son's vehicle's in the garage. He's in Brazil playing pro football for Team Galo. So he'll be coming back in mid-December. and he's going to be driving down to Texas, getting ready for the USFL, right? He's done very well, and he needs new tires, new brakes, and got to get the car on the machine to scan the code, because there's something going on that might be, $900 to $1,200. So we have 2 days of school this week, 2 days next week. So I'm used to getting up early in the morning. What I might do is make some content, drive to the metro area, stream live, talk about that, because I haven't been downtown in a while. And I'm really trying to change my format. A lot of the stuff I have is like for short form. So I have more 3-minute videos. Well, we're already talking, and I will help you in every way that I can to get to drive. And, I'm in the Midwest, obviously you're in Mississippi, but I'll be able to help you, talk to you. And like I said, I don't know if you're working, and I don't want to say too much, when we're online, but you seem very motivated. Let me get over to the middle lane. I'm going to get right over to the middle lane, and that's that smooth lane. If I stay to the right, I'm going to be cut off. If I stay in the middle, because I have to administer the test at 6:30. So it takes me about a half an hour to get to the office. I'll grab something to eat, and then I'm good. So if you were in the car, it smells like greens and cornbread and ham and chicken. If you like soul food, there you go. So it smells good in the car. I'm trying to keep my space, but I really have been looking at Teslas and buying a used one. And then here's the problem, because the battery pack is underneath the car. We can't mount the brake on the floor, because in your traditional driver's cars, it's either they drill holes through the floorboard and bolt them down, and then when the car is sold, they just rip it out. So but I remember I said my dad had hand controls on his car, so I got that idea. But if I'm on the passenger side and someone's driving, how will I reach the handle? So if we can mount, I think the handle can be, you push down for the brake. Yes, you push down to stop. That pushes the brake, and then you put the handle down towards your knee, and that makes the car accelerate. So, for safety reasons, we can't drill hole through the floorboard if I decide to get a Tesla, and I kind of think that's the best way to go, because I'm in a huge metropolitan area, and they're decent and there's some areas where you can get free supercharging. I just need to figure it out. But road trip, bring that Tesla to Mississippi, see that area. My former boss is from Mississippi. Go see, Jackson State, and then motivate you, help you, because if you get one idea, you want to continue that. So that's my plan. So I'll be I'm lifting my foot a little bit. I'm cruising at 60. No need to do 70 or 80. I could, but I'm just trying to cruise. So also, I plan to make some contact with an electric car. In our location, you can rent an electric car for $5 an hour. I got to check on that tonight, or $50 for the day. So I may hire a photographer and just bring them in, and they do the video, and I can just talk freely about the car, really get into it, because now I'm squeezing my brakes. I'm really considering getting an EV and definitely a Tesla. I was thinking about getting a hybrid, but Teslas used ones are going so cheaply. And if I get a good grant of 100K or something, I'll just buy the Model Y and get it wrapped, get my name on there, and build a second YouTube channel, and we'll talk about the Tesla, the technology, and then intermix driver's education with that. because I've always been a person to love technology. And, we're getting a new computer for the channel. That's going to be in January. It's going to be about $2,500. That's if I have them build it, but I do have a case. Like these backups to the left, very dangerous. I'm just trying to. So if you were with me, Jay, we're just cruising in the middle of the lane about 40. It would take just be smooth. I just thought I am driving. But Jay, I think what God has done is just, I'm motivating you to work hard and reach your goal, and just, Jay, do your research. Find out, what's available in your state. Like I sent you a link last time we were live in Mississippi of a social service program. I have not been to Mississippi, but there are programs there. You could get a car. You have to find out. You're going to have to do some digging. Your local church, check with them. Hey, we got a sister here right now. She needs some transportation. Had a pastor put hands on you. Hey, we want to bless, Sister J, and then I have a car. It just needs a battery or it needs a tire. So people have cars. It won't be the new, but it'll be something you can use to help you, get to that job, feel independence. And, I see it all the time, that 16 to about 26 age group. It's very hard for them to get a car, and insurance is very high. You feel alone, like no one's going to help you. But I always talk about that independence because I see it every day. I'm driving. Hey, do you teach driver's ed? My son is 21. Hey, my daughter is 24. She needs a couple of lessons. So I'm blessed to be here like now. I'm just taking my time in this rush hour. I'm at a fourth of a tank. I'm not late. I don't have class until 6:30, and I teach segment 2. So I'm just taking my time and not really letting the traffic. Now, it's easy to say if I was late, I might be going to try to go a little faster, but this is stop and go traffic. And it does give you some anxiety. So Jay, if you were with me, I would just say, hey, let's cover the break, chill, have fun, relax. Because I've helped numerous people who are your age, some older, some a little bit younger. They need 4 or 5 lessons, build that confidence, and then they take their road test. So what I need to do is just investigate in your state. What is the road test like? How long is it? Because that's the true gift. When you give back, when you give, you receive. So, and then there's another YouTuber who went on Daryl Eves, and she talks about government contracts. So, and it's a big community, Jay. That's what I need you to know. We all help each other. I would help anyone, who's really sincere and serious. So you seem like you're serious, you're sincere, and you want to get your independence, because this is a responsibility example. Between now and last Saturday and Sunday, I've driven 217 miles. Of course, I've taught teens and adults how to drive. Each kid drives about 10 to 20 miles. We've done highway. We drove yesterday. We did a little heavy traffic like this, but just getting on, getting off. This doesn't serve a purpose if you're a beginning driver. Like I'm squeezing my brake real easy. And my client was really, really nervous. I taught his sister a couple years ago. So everyone is different. I've taught family members, brothers, sisters, cousins. So as long as traffic is moving, I got my coffee, got my water, I'm chill, the car is fine. It's kind of a relaxed state, but everyone is different. I'm a car enthusiast. Many of you are like, I hate cars, I hate driving, and I just want to get to where I'm going. But you got to think about insurance, Jay. You got to think about, what if you get a flat tire, right? You got to know how to do that, or have a towing service. I've had my car break down several times, blew the transmission up in my SS Trailblazer. It was an all-wheel drive vehicle, really nice, but they're prone to blowing up transmission, so that blew up. There was something in the wheel bearings. So certain cars have certain idiosyncrasies and just break down all the time. So, but that's the vehicle that got stolen. I do have a video on my channel of it. Like I have over 10,000 videos, but it is there. And usually in the middle lane is a smooth moving lane, but this is rush hour. This is different. If you don't leave at 4 or 4:15, you're gonna be stuck here. And I definitely hate to ask, but somehow I have to. You know, you're motivating me. You're very assertive, and I like that. So that tells me, and you said you followed me on Instagram as driving with Myles. So it's an underscore driving underscore with and then underscore Myles. So you just follow me, I follow you, and then we'll reach out on Instagram and talk and communicate. But you're the one that's really motivating me to take this to the next step and help people. And that's the beauty of being an American. There, we have the American enterprise system to help entrepreneurs, and I'm definitely I'm an independent contractor, so this is what I do. So, but this is a lot of responsibility. You only see one side. I have a lot of paperwork to do, filling out drive sheets, attendance sheets. I have to administer the test. I have to check the test. I've got to put it in an envelope, either put it in the mail, take it over to the office. It's got to be put in alphabetical order. If something is wrong, a number, a letter, people don't get their certificate. So you just see the driving part, and some of the stuff I can't show because of privacy concerns. But I try to show as much as I can. This car's broken down like 4 or 5 times. I'm not going to say that much, but this car has 200 and I'm going to say this right. It's got 218,000 miles on it. That's 200,000 miles. Okay, so usually when the drivers of cars get over 100,000, 150,000, they reach their useful life. So this car will be replaced, but the gas mileage is terrible. The headlights are terrible, and this really brings fear to beginning drivers because they can't see. My driver yesterday is panicking, fear, and I just tried to say, hey, it's okay, you're going to be fine, take your time, but I know they can't see. I literally have had kids and adults drive off the road. So I'm not trying to scare you, I'm just telling you the truth. And some people don't want to hear that. And today you see a lot of cutoffs. See, like this truck? Okay, this is typical. 2 or 3 years ago, people don't do that. So people are very aggressive today. Okay, that's an erratic lane changer. And either like that blue truck speeding up, they're gonna close the door. But I've learned not to retaliate and just stay chilled. Also, I'm gonna try to get to the North American Auto Show in January. I haven't been in like 4 or 7 years, but you need to take time. Also in December, I have a Christmas class. My boss already contacted me and said, hey, give me your schedule. I'm gonna keep you as busy as you want. So if I want to bring in the new year and get a new computer build, get new camera equipment, and really move forward to try to get this LLC going, I need to work hard over Christmas break. I get a nice check. I got 2 checks. Who doesn't? School and driver's education, but I also have a mortgage. Okay, so, but I have to work smart. I'm not going to work every single day over the holiday. Typically what I do, I look at the first 6 weeks, and then I work I could work a Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, 10-hour days, okay? And then the other time, I'm editing videos, I'm going live, I'm making content, I'm reaching out to companies and corporations. So, and then I belong to a couple of Facebook groups, learning how to do affiliate marketing and you know, really narrowing down. It's a lot. So I'm not just doing driver's ed. You know, I got a family too also. So, you know, my son is trying to get to the XFL. I think he can play at the pro level. He's got the height and speed, but you know, the USFL is going through a lot, and if they don't show a profit this year, well, in the 2025 season, they might not be here. So only 250 guys ever make it to the NFL, make an NFL roster. So my son had a chance to play in Brazil. They're undefeated, Team Galo, and he's doing social media. He's using it to help him. And there's another sports agency that he did in college. They've been reaching out to him. So we're just trying to build that network. And I'm still at 40 miles an hour. So, but it's who you know. And I'm telling all of you this who are listening, get build those relationships with people. I know so-and-so, hey, you do driver's ed? Yeah, hey, I got an opportunity for you. We've got about 55 people here who want to drive. Do you have a driver's ed car? Got to get that car first. Do you have the insurance? No. Got to get the insurance. Do you want to teach them? Yes. We got a grant for $500,000. Okay. But you got to have an LLC. You got to fill out the paperwork. We got to, pick them up. So I'm mobile. I can do driver's ed anywhere. Everything's on the laptop. I have all the curriculum. So I'm going to change lanes and accelerate through. So now you see us picking up again. So I have everything there that I need. And there are a lot of great people on the internet who are doing great social media content for drivers ed. But this has been my journey for the last 24 years. And the need is really great, but a lot of people don't have cars. That's a Rivian over there to the right, I believe. But imagine partnering, being in a partnership with Rivian. And hey, I help people obtain their license from step 1 to actually getting their license. And I have that experience, but like I said, I'm squeezing my brakes. Saw how that car cut over? So you can teach someone driver's ed, but then they got to take their road test. Oh, I don't have a car, then you're going to sit for a couple of years. Prior at another employer, I would contact companies for jobs. A lot of people are hiring, but people don't show up for jobs. One of my former students, she needed a job. I think she was homeless. I set it up at a restaurant. I'm not going to say which one. She never showed, so I looked stupid. So Jay, I'm going to help you, but you better show up. I mean, real talk. And I'm not helping people. But Jay, if you're still here, just say yes. I'll help you because I know the good in helping people and good things happen. So, because when you give, you receive. And I'm at Mr. Beast as I'm lifting my foot. You see how this car is flying to the right? That's crazy. I'm just keeping my speed. I'm at 60. They're going 70, cutting left and right. And I still have an hour before we take the test. So typically I go home, go to the office. I have all my paperwork. I made copies for the test. I got to get an envelope because everything's got to go. This material is time sensitive. That's what I think a lot of you don't understand. And the backstory is really important. I'm cruising about 65. Everything is beautiful. No one's really tailgating me. And I'm squeezing my brakes. You can see this truck flying to the left, just flying, man. And don't think I'm driving slow because I'm not. But I'm maintaining the safe space cushion. And this is like your virtual driving lesson. I got a front view. I could get another camera out the back. I think that would be good too, so you can see all these cars just on top of me. So, and I need to get over in about a half a mile. So either I have to get ahead of this white car or behind it. So I'm going to lift my foot, turn on my blinker. And Jay, you have to make decisions like this. And if you can't, then you're not ready to drive. I don't know if you remember the other day, there was a person, she said, I do 8 out of 10 things right. I said, well, what are the 2 things you do wrong? She said, making decisions. I said, you're not ready yet. And Jay, when I had a conversation with you, I'll put you in driving situations. And if you answer correctly, you'll be ready. But you got to get in traffic. You have to practice. If you haven't driven in a few weeks or a few months, you're just going to be nervous. And then you're going to panic. So we don't want that to happen to you. I try to be as smooth as possible. And then I'm lifting my foot on this curve. This is called a clover leaf. And then your chevron alignment sets. Now it's getting dark, we're losing light. These headlights are terrible. But this is what you might have as a beginning driver. So that's where that smart car Tesla comes in. Why not get a Tesla with the newest technology? We can video, and then I can send the video to you. So guys, I'm gonna let you go. I got a text from my cousin. I gotta call her, see what's going on in the family. If I have time to go live later, I will. Jay, stay in contact, and we'll talk more soon. Bye.